Conflict is an inevitable part of any relationship. Whether it's between romantic partners, friends, or family members, disagreements and misunderstandings will occur. However, the way conflicts are managed can significantly impact the health and longevity of a relationship. In this video, we'll explore effective strategies for resolving conflicts in relationships, ensuring that they strengthen rather than weaken the bond between individuals. Before diving into conflict resolution strategies, it's important to understand what conflict is. Conflict arises when there are differences in opinions, needs, or desires. These differences can lead to misunderstandings, frustration, and even anger. But conflict doesn't have to be negative. When handled correctly, it can lead to deeper understanding and connection. Types of conflict: task-oriented conflict. This type of conflict arises when individuals disagree on how to achieve a goal or complete a task. It's common in work-related relationships, but can also occur in personal relationships when managing shared responsibilities. Relationship-oriented conflict. This type involves personal issues and emotions. It's more likely to affect the emotional bond between individuals and can be more challenging to resolve. Understanding the type of conflict you're dealing with is the first step towards effective resolution. Effective communication is the cornerstone of conflict resolution. When emotions run high, it's easy to misunderstand each other or to say things that might hurt. Here's how to communicate effectively during a conflict: active listening. What is active listening? Active listening involves fully concentrating on what the other person is saying rather than just passively hearing their words. It's about understanding their perspective without immediately jumping to conclusions or planning your response while they're still speaking. How to practice active listening. Give your full attention to the speaker. Avoid distractions like your phone or other tasks. Acknowledge their feelings by nodding or using phrases like "I see" or "I understand." Repeat back what they said in your own words to ensure you understood correctly. Use I statements. Instead of starting sentences with "you always" or "you never," which can come across as accusatory, start with I statements. For example, say, "I feel hurt when you do this," rather than "you always hurt me." This reduces the chances of the other person becoming defensive and opens the door for a more constructive conversation. Stay calm and manage emotions. It's normal to feel angry or upset during a conflict, but letting emotions take over can lead to saying things you might regret. Take deep breaths, step back if necessary, and try to approach the conversation with a calm and open mind. Nonverbal communication. Your body language, tone of voice, and facial expressions can communicate just as much as your words. Maintain eye contact, use a soft tone, and keep your body language open and non-confrontational. Once communication has been established, it's time to focus on resolving the conflict. Here are some effective strategies. Identify the root cause. Surface-level issues often mask deeper problems. Take the time to discuss what's really bothering you and your partner. Sometimes what seems like a disagreement about chores, for example, might actually be about feeling unappreciated or unsupported. Find common ground. Instead of focusing on differences, identify the things you both agree on. This common ground can serve as a foundation for finding a solution. For example, both partners might agree that maintaining a peaceful home is important, even if they disagree on how to achieve it. Brainstorm solutions together. Work together to come up with potential solutions. Be open to each other's ideas and avoid dismissing suggestions outright. The goal is to find a solution that works for both parties. Compromise. In many cases, resolving a conflict will require compromise. This means both parties might need to give up something in order to reach an agreement. Remember, a compromise is about finding a middle ground that both can live with, not about one person winning and the other losing. Establish boundaries. If a particular issue keeps causing conflict, it might be helpful to set boundaries. These could include agreeing not to discuss certain topics at particular times, or deciding on how to handle disagreements in the future. Apology and forgiveness play crucial roles in healing relationships after a conflict. Apologizing sincerely. A sincere apology involves acknowledging your role in the conflict, expressing regret, and making an effort to avoid repeating the behavior. It's important not to follow an apology with excuses or justifications, as this can undermine the sincerity. Forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting or condoning harmful behavior, but it does involve letting go of resentment and moving forward. Holding on to anger can damage a relationship over time, so it's important to work toward forgiveness, even if it takes time. Moving forward. After a conflict has been resolved, it's essential to move forward without holding on to grudges. Dwelling on past conflicts can lead to resentment and more arguments in the future. Instead, focus on what you've learned from the conflict and how it can strengthen your relationship moving forward. While many conflicts can be resolved between individuals, some situations might require the help of a professional. Recognizing the need for help. If conflicts are recurring and seem impossible to resolve, or if they involve issues like abuse, addiction, or deep-seated emotional problems, it might be time to seek help from a therapist or counselor. Benefits of therapy. A professional can provide a neutral perspective and offer strategies tailored to your specific situation. Therapy can also help individuals understand their own behaviors and patterns that contribute to conflicts, leading to more effective resolution in the future. Conflict is a natural part of any relationship, but it doesn't have to be destructive. By understanding the nature of conflict, communicating effectively, and employing problem-solving strategies, you can resolve disagreements in a way that strengthens your relationship. Remember, it's not about avoiding conflict altogether, but about managing it in a healthy and constructive manner. And if the conflicts become too challenging to handle alone, don't hesitate to seek professional help. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more content on building strong and healthy relationships.